Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Masud. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, had a recent question from somebody asking about how is the quality of life as a physiotherapist working in England, and so this is the topic I wanted to address. So, this video is going to be about what is the quality of life like as a physio in the UK. Now, there are a couple of things that you may want to consider, especially when it comes to quality of life, because everyone's different and everyone sort of has different things that they consider a part um, of their requirements for having a high quality of life. I'm gonna go through the basic ones. So, job security, um, uh, role of the physiotherapist in terms of how much respect they get in society, um, the pay, and research quality. So in terms of the job security, I would say physiotherapists are pretty good right now. The job climate is pretty good. They actually are in shortage of physiotherapists, so up and down the country. So if you were to come over to the UK in the hope that you wanted to practice physio or be a physiotherapist, this would be a good time because they're always on the lookout for for physiotherapists. I know that my current cohort, with who I graduated with, I think 100% of them are in full-time working roles, working posts as physiotherapists. So that tells you a lot. And I'm sure this statistic or this trend is the same up and down the country with all graduates being concerned. So that's job security. Job security is pretty good. So you don't have to worry about getting a job at the moment. Next, I want to move on to pay. So, just depends on your experience, but the pay as a physiotherapist is not great. I think that I've seen other countries who have a little bit more physios in other countries, like the US, for example, are paid a little bit more than the UK, but that's understandable considering the amount of time that they spend on actually studying to become doctors of physical therapy. Whereas here, all you have to really do is a 3 year degree, which is very intense. Don't get me wrong; those 3 years are super intense, but I guess it doesn't match up to the requirements of the US, for example. Um, having said that, having said that, the pay is, you could say it's rather admirable, depending on what you feel is reasonable. So this is very subjective. All of this, what I'm saying in this video, is very subjective because to me, it could mean it's very average. To somebody else, the pay could mean that it's very good or it's very low. So it all depends on what you're used to, what kind of expenses you have in your daily life. But for me, I think the wages for a graduate physio are they're okay. They're pretty average for a graduate salary. I wouldn't really call them exceptional, or I wouldn't call them below average as well. So just in the middle. Since we're on the topic of salary, I wanted to address the fact that if you do start working in the NHS, one thing I've found just from speaking to other clinicians who have worked in the NHS is that it takes a while to move up the bandings. But again, this also varies because everyone is different and everyone practices at different abilities, or everyone has different abilities. So, it all varies really depending on your experience and how engaged you are in the clinical practice. So yeah. Next, I wanted to talk about the role of a physio in society. Are they respected? Well, I think that the majority of the public, as I mentioned in my previous videos, still think that physiotherapists are the people who just, run on the pitch with a bucket of water and a sponge. Um, or they just give massages, which isn't true, and it's totally not true. But having said that, a physiotherapist is, I would say, considered a noble, contributing member to society. As a health professional, physios are, um, you know, they are unique. There's nobody else that's going to have a expertise in exercise knowledge and exercise prescription than a physio would. So yeah, and I've seen, physiotherapists. They're very, very versatile health professionals. I'm not sure about any other health profession, but out of all of the allied health professions, I think physiotherapists are one of the ones that actually, they have so many different areas: cardiorespiratory physiotherapy, neurophysiotherapy, musculoskeletal physiotherapy, veterinary physiotherapy, women's health physiotherapy. Really, there's so many different areas that you can specialize in as a physio, and so I think this is what attracts or is appealing to many people starting in the profession. Okay, next I want to talk about the research quality available in UK universities for physiotherapy related courses. Now, to my knowledge, I don't know much about research and any sort of study following the undergrad course, because myself I haven't really taken an interest into that sort of thing. But I know that there are many universities up and down the country who hold or offer part-time courses to students who want to attain a master's, and they're not able to attend university. You can do it sort of away from the university, like an online sort of module, and there's many options. At my university, for example, Plymouth University, there are ways that you can attain your master's part-time. So you can do your clinical practice. You can still practice as a physio and study at the same time. So that really helps because you're getting experience out in the field, and then you're actually topping up that experience with something, with another qualification, with another academic qualification. So another boost to your CV. So that's great actually. So yeah, I can't really comment on the quality of research, but considering the UK is one of the more favorable countries in terms of education status and education quality, I would say it's pretty high. So don't be afraid to apply if you want to go for any sort of masters or PhD courses in England. So that was my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was very succinct and straight, clear to the point. If there was any other things that you guys want me to clear up, then please comment down or send me a message, and I'll gladly make another video. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Take care.